Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and happy birthday Scojo. A number of people have written to us just in time to remind us about Scojo's birthday. Well, and Marty some distance before. But we are always delighted to do a Scojo puzzle on the channel, so that is a great opportunity. And we really like Scojo. He's a great guy. Now, the puzzle I have on the screen is called Mods and Mevens. And I was wondering about that. I've worked out finally. It's not hard to work out. Obviously, it's about odds and evens, parities, and modular lines. Hence, mods is a portmanteau. Right, I'll have a look at that in a moment. We'll tell you the rules and we'll try and solve it. But don't forget that on Patreon, you can still have a go at the puzzle hunt for the month. We're about halfway through the competition period. It is Blobs' Marvellous Oil and Water with certain degrees of separation between those. And it's great fun. Lots of positive comments on it. I mean, lots. It's very good. There's other stuff on Patreon. Indeed, today, my extremely hard crossword video went up. I try and solve a puzzle by Mark Kelmanson from the Times Monthly Club Special. And not many people try that without a dictionary, and I advise you not to if you are a member of the Times Monthly Club and you're interested in cryptics. Get the dictionary open when you try and solve that one. Or watch my solve of it. And there's also connections videos, another one coming up tomorrow. All sorts going on, of course, on Patreon as always. Check it out, along with our apps, which do feature line Sudoku. And a number of other apps in which parity is involved, and of course the latest Fog of War. I do apologise briefly for my blind spot yesterday, where I got stuck for 5 minutes at a perfectly ordinary point of a Sudoku and caused a lot of screen shouting. It'll probably happen again today. It's just the way it goes. But do check out our apps. There's also SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD on links under the video, and our merchandise, including the 2025 The Secret Squared t-shirt. If you know, you know. Right, let's have a look at Mods and Mevens by Scojo. And normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Now, every group of 3 cells along a teal line must contain 1 digit from each modulo 3 group, and they are 147, 258, and 369. Why do I move my hands like that? Because I am considering the number pad on the keyboard and splitting it vertically into the groups 147, 258, and 369. I find it most easy to keep hold of this constraint in that way. And in fact, I prefer this constraint. For some reason, anytime you have a modular or an entropic line constraint, I always think it means the modular line constraint. So this ought to be better for me than the entropic one. Anyway, there are also some other rules about odd lots and even lots. A digit in a circle counts the number of odd digits on its line. A digit in a square counts the number of even digits on its line. Now, it didn't say the digit in a square had to be even itself, or that the one in the circle had to be odd. And then there's one little killer clue telling us that the sum of this diagonal is 47. Right, give it a try on the first link under the video. It's Scojo's latest published puzzle. I'm going to try it now. Let's get cracking. Okay, my first observation. Well, the observation I nearly made whilst reading the rules is that 47 is a boringly averagey number. If these were all average digits, i.e. 5, then it would add up to 45. So 47 shows almost no variation away from that, and is therefore at this stage of the puzzle a very useless clue. This line is very long, isn't it? It's very long. So how many odd digits does it have on it, represented by this circle? If it had the minimum number of odd digits, if all of these cells were odd, right, each row has 5 odd digits in. That's just natural math. 5 times 3 rows, so this whole area has 15. If I take out odd digits in as many cells as I can from the line, that's 6, yes, that leaves 9 odd digits on the line. It's the absolute minimum, and 9 being the maximum Sudoku number goes in that cell. That's also odd. Right, and now we use the thing that I haven't mentioned, which is that on one of these modular or entropic lines, the sets repeat. Let me try and explain that. So 9 is from the 369 set. These 2 digits, they must include 1 from the 147 set and 1 from the 258 set. So for this group of 3, they're going to need 1 from the 369 set, which isn't in one of those. Excuse me a second. Sorry about that. There's a man painting the front doors of my flats and he needs me to open the door for him. I hope he won't need anything else. We will see. Right, so what I was explaining is that we need a 369 in this group that can't be in one of those two, so it must be there. And the culmination of this theory is that every 3 digits along here, every 3 digits. Is that right? That doesn't feel right. Every 3 digits, we have digits from the 369 set because of this sort of tri-alter. No, that is right. So those digits come from 369. Actually, I think I was suckered into marking odd colours. Let's not do that. I was suckered in by the title, but no, that's not fair because the title also says mods. It's much easier normally to colour the modular sets. So let's use the primary colours. Let's make 369 blue. Then the next digit, I don't know what it is, but it's always going to be from the same set, the one coming after the 369 along this line. So we'll make them yellow and the other one's red. And I'm going to try and remember that all of these are odd. I don't know if parity's going to it's interesting. Maybe we're colouring for the wrong thing now, but anyway, this is what I'm doing. Now, where does that leave us? I don't think we get any clues from rows 1, 2, 3 about the natures of yellow and red. We don't get triples. I was a bit surprised by this pattern that has pairs. It is right though, those are 3 apart from each other. Yeah, no, I've got it right. It's not the pattern I expected, it just shows you how bad my instincts are as regard patterns. Right, these 2 lines add up to the length of their line. These 2 cells add up to the length of the line, don't they? Because one is counting the odd digits on it and the other's counting the evens. So the line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So those 2 add up to 10. Well, there's no way I'm not going to put an X between them, since that's a de facto X pair. Right, and they don't have a 9 in. And think about the X pairs, the pairs that add up to 10. There's 6, 4 and 7, 3, but 2, 8 won't work here because 2 and 8 are in the same modular set and they can't therefore sit next to each other on a line. So this pair is either 3, 6 or 4, 7. So one of them is blue. Oh no, first of all, all right, let's colour this line. Oh, that's a really interesting set. So I'm going to choose 3 different colours. I don't know which modulos are which. But that's the 3 groups coloured. Can't use yellow, let's use orange. Right. Now, oh, it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Right, blue is looking at that pair. What do I mean? I mean that you can't have 4 of the same colour in the same column. Every row, column and box in this puzzle is going to have 3 reds, 3 yellows and 3 blues, because that's how many there are of these modular sets in 1 to 9. So pink here can't be the same as blue because there would be 4 of them in the column. Pink can't be the same as red in column 6. So now we know that pink is yellow, the only one left over. Oh, and one of these is blue and the other one is red. Is there, I don't think there's a way of telling those apart yet. Oh, that's really weird. And I don't know what these numbers are, do I? Yes, I do, because they're not from the sets that have... Yes, okay, these two modular these two X digits are either 4-6 from the 147 and the 369 set, or 3-7 from the same sets. So the other set, yellow, is the 258 set. I'm not afraid to pencil mark. You've seen that before. Simon even calls me pencil mark sometimes. Right, I think I might be done on this line. I don't know. If I've missed a deduction, so be it. Oh look, I've got all the yellows in those columns. Interesting. Now, this line is a different length from the one above. This is 8 cells long, so these two do not add up to 10 this time, they add up to 8. And they're different modulos. I'm learning. So they're not 1-7, which would be from the same modulo set. 2 apart have to be different modulos. 3 apart are always the same. So these are not 1-7, so they're either 2-6 or 3-5. And therefore, this one between them is from the 1-4-7 set. So these are from the 1-4-7 set. We do know its colour, by the way. It's red. I've just worked that out by deduction above. So all the reds are 1-4-7. This line is not a good shape to do any eliminating, really, is it? Oh, hang on, maybe it is. With the reds that no, they haven't really done anything. We've still got these 3 yellows. I haven't got a 3 red set anywhere. It's a really interesting puzzle. Now, okay, what I then didn't think about here was, is it difficult? 3-7 is the more extreme version, which would have 3 odds or evens and 7 of the other sort. Is that worth thinking about at the moment? No, I don't think so. Oh, here's something I can do. Eliminate 9s from those cells. Thrilling, isn't it? Oh, no, I can do a huge thing. Remember that these were all odd. 9 is there and 3 is in one of those cells. So these are 1-5-7 and that is a 4. Oh my goodness, I didn't see that coming. Right, is that going to work here? Yes, it is, because 1-4-7 are a red set in this box. So this group is 3-5-9. Oh, wow. That early odd colouring. I mean, at least we could remember it, but it was quite important. Ah, interesting. Now, these then don't have a 5 in. They're even, just like these are. Look, there's a 2-8 pair. Honestly, I mean, maybe you could see this more instinctively than I can, but for me, the pencil marking is incredibly helpful. I mean, it's a sad admission, but there it is. Oh, now 4 is looking at this pair, so they are a 3-7 set. Can I tell? I tell you what I did notice. These both have a 5 in, because those are even. So there are 2, right, there we go. There are 2 5s there and a 3 and a 7 on this line. So at least 4 digits are odd. So we can't put 3 in the odd cell. That's a 7 and that's a 3. And now I can change the colours. Orange becomes red and green becomes, what's the 369 set? Blue. And now look, I've got 3 blue and 3 yellow, so these are 3 red. Ah, so where are the 3 red in this column? That one must be red. Is that gonna leave the right number of red, yellow, blue here? Yes, it is. Of course it is. Good. Now, can we do the same here? 3 yellow and 3 red there. These are 3 blue. I think that's fair enough. The 3 blue in this column aren't in this box, so that's blue. These two, oh, there's one of each. One, no, there aren't. Yeah, there's 1 blue and 1 yellow. And the blue is a 3, because it sees a 6-9 pair. That is a 6-9 pair. Now, we've got to have 7 odds on this line, and 2 of these yellow cells are even. We've got to have 3 evens. So only one of these 4 cells is even. How do you even use that? Oh, this can't be a 3, so this can't be a 5. Remember, these 2 cells add up to 8. I haven't had to consider this baby yet. I mean, I did have some thoughts earlier. With 3, 5, 9 there, these can't all be odd. If they contained 2 odd, this would be even and sees all of these cells. I don't know. Let's leave that. Let's focus on where we are. Oh, blue here, I can alternate that. That's blue. Oh, and these are yellow, therefore. And yellow 2, 5, 6 is always 2. No, it's 2 or 5. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Careful. That is 2 or 5. These, well, that is not going to be a 5 because it sees a 1, 5, 7 triple. This is not going to be a 5 because it sees a 5. It's very tempting when you look at a line like this in isolation to believe that this has to be a 2, 5, 8 group. That is not part of the rules. This digit is blue now, and it's not 3 or 6. That is a 2. Oh, hang on, I've got this wrong. I've got this wrong. These had to add up to 8, so how could that be 2? I should just have eliminated. It's definitely not 2. It is 3 or 6 because they're blue digits. Thank God for that. Right. Sorry, I did say the wrong thing. I did do the wrong thing. I can't help being an umpty. That is a 1. It's in a column with a 4 and a 7. That's a 4. This is not 1. This is a 9 because it's in a column with a 3 and a 6. And it's blue. Right. Now, we've got to have one even digit somewhere here. I remember that. Oh, this is a 6. That's just Sudoku. The puzzle doesn't unfold in the way I expected at all. This row has got 2 red, 2 yellow, and 2 blue. So this is an entropic set for some reason. A modular set. I can remember what modular means. I just can't remember what the word is. Oh, 9 there makes that 6. 9. If this was blue, what a weird thing to think about. It would be 3. 1 of each colour there. Right, where am I going next? Here. 1 blue and 1 yellow. No interest in that. Here, it's 1 yellow and 2 blues. Oh, I'm terrified that I'm meant to be adding up the 47 diagonal. I don't want to do that yet. I really don't. I'm avoiding that. Right, what's next? Any ideas? Oh, this digit is proved. We've got 3 and 9 there. So this is a 5, and I can colour it yellow. Get my colours right. These are 3 and 9. They're both blue. Now, these can't be blue. So I think, oh, well, this one, yes, we can just add up the colours in the row. That's yellow, that's red, and this is red. So only one of these is yellow, and that digit is 5, because that's from the 258 set. Has that done anything? No, not really. Now, I've got 5, 3, 6, 9 there. I've got 9, 1, 7, 3, 4 here. So these are all from 2, 5, 6, 8. And 6 is definitely included there. Blue digit. Now, I'm going to have to try and get onto this line and figure out what's going on. I'm a bit scared of this. This is not blue because it sees 3, 9 and 6. So that's red or yellow, and that alternates every 3 cells down. Yeah, this might be a way of randomly finding something useful. It might not. 6 is in one of those 2 cells. Ah, yes, okay. Those being red or yellow means that one of these is blue. And in this column, it is a 6, right. So there's an overlap between 6 in one of those 2 cells and 6 in one of those 2 cells. That's by Sudoku based on the 6s in rows. This is by needing a blue digit on this line that has to be a 6 because of those. So I think that's fair. That is a 6. And that is blue and alternates on the line every 3 cells. And these ones, well, they're red or yellow now, which needs to be deduced which they are. One of these is a 9. How am I going to find? Oh no, I should use the square. So this is counting the evens. There's definitely 1 there. I mean, the maximum number it can be is 8. Is there any way that that could be a reality? Actually, 6 is in one of those 2 cells, so it could well appear again on the line. I don't know. I don't think I've got any ways of knowing about the parity of these digits. Maybe I do, but I don't understand it, if there's any indication of that. It's definitely interesting. I mean, I love this puzzle. It's really strange to me. And I suspect, well, I don't know. I was going to say I suspect I'm not approaching it in the right way, but I mean, the deductions have all been pretty good so far, so maybe I am. But obviously that can all go wrong. Right, this is not red. So the 1 in this, because there are 3 reds in the box, so the 1 in this row is in one of those 2 cells. That's an X-wing with a 1 up there. That must use up the 1s for columns 2 and 3. So there's going to be a 1 down here somewhere. Now, one of these has to be red and has to be 4 or 7. It could be there, but I think it could also be there. One of these 2 is red and is the last red in the row. We've got to get a blue 3 into the row and another yellow digit in these 2 cells. I could colour them blue-yellow flash, but the whole picture is going to get a bit confusing then. I mean, you may think it's confused enough already, but I'm sort of understanding it. Oh, this pair now. That can't be a 2. There we go. Because that would have 2, 6 and 4 all on the line together. And that would be too many odd. No, hang on. What am I talking about? I thought that was showing evens. This. Oh, bother. It can definitely be 2 because it's counting the odds. I literally sucked myself into the same trap I warned you about during the rules explanation, which is don't think that the number in an odd circle has to be odd. And as soon as I was thinking about a 2 there, I thought it was telling us about the number of odd digits. Right, let's think about these 2 counters. If that, look, these 3 are all even, and that's even. That's 4 definite evens. Yeah, so we don't have 3 evens. It's absolutely blindingly obvious. Right, that's a 6. And that's a 2. We've only got 2 odd digits on the line. And they've got to be in these 2 red cells now. That's all that we've got left. Ah, this was brilliant. Right, that 2 sees these 2 cells. They become 8s. That's a 2. That's an 8. All my yellows at the top are getting done. 2, 8, 2. This is a 5-8 pair, and that's a 2. This is a 5-8 pair as well. That's a weird, deadly pattern. Oh, that makes me feel bad. How is that ever going to be resolved? I don't understand. Oh, one of them's on the diagonal. Phew. I mean, that's such a relief. Honestly, I was literally clenching with agony there because I thought I'd got everything wrong, because they could never be resolved if it wasn't for that diagonal clue, I think. Anyway, right, this pair don't have 2 and 8 in. 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 6. This is a 3, 8, 9 group. That one can't be 8, so I could colour it blue. This is not 6, so that's 6. This is now counting at least 3 cells. Okay, I'm not... There's still plenty of scope for more evens on that line. In this row, 3, 6, 5, 8. Where's 2 in this row? It's in one of those 2 cells. Where's 2 in this box? It's right there. And therefore this is 3. I can colour those, and I'm blooming well going to. These 2 are 1 blue and 1 red. In fact, we know the numbers. They're 1 and 3. 2 and 9 are in that row. These are from 4, 5, 7, 8, which are all the right colours. That digit by Sudoku then is 4, 5, 7 or 8. Well, we're going to, I think Sudoku is going to tell us a bit more about what the digits on the line are. So let's let it do that. We've got a 3, 9 pair there. In this column, we've got digits from 1, 2, 4, 7, and 2 is definitely in one of those 2. The only possible even that could be is 4 now. 8, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. These are from 1, 4, 5, 7. 5. I think what I need is for one of these cells to be clearly a colour, and then I can do something. 5, 6 there are yellow and blue. These 2 are blue and yellow as well. These 2 are yellow and red. Well, I mean, there's a lot of yellow turning up here. 3 of those 6 cells are yellow. One of those 2 is yellow by the rule on the line. There's still more yellow to go though, isn't there? This is not yellow because it sees 2, 5 and 8. It also sees 3, 6 and 9. So it's definitely red. That's a surprise, to find a random digit off all the lines. Oh, is it time to look at the diagonal? It would surprise me still, because it's so middly and we're getting some low and some high. I'm not doing it yet. We'll come back to that. I'm not sure quite what we're meant to be doing, but let's soldier on. 2 by Sudoku can't be in those cells. But it could be there. Could this be 8? Can we just rule out the big ones? If that was 8, every digit on this line would be even. So that would be 8, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4. That's not impossible. Scojo's probably done something really mad like that. Have a line, have all its digits be even. So I couldn't rule that out, and I'm actually not surprised when I think about why. This is blue, by the way. Why can't that be blue? Because it sees 3, 6, 9 in its column. That's the only remaining spot for blue in the column. 3 or 9 there. Now, that's going to either put 9 there or 3 there. I don't know. Oh, hang on. One of these is a 4 because of the 1, 4, 7 triple here. So that's not 4. That is now 5 or 7. So one of these two is 8 and is an even digit on the line. Okay, if that was 8, maybe we can actually restrict the line to even digits only in some weird way. No, I think that's very difficult at the moment. Oh, 6 is looking across here. Hadn't seen that. 5 and 6, we can colour them. Why is 5 not looking across at any useful cell? That's just mean, Mr. 5. Be nicer, that's my advice. Now, these are 2 reds and a yellow. And the yellow is 5, and that's not here. Oh, 5 is looking at that cell. Didn't spot that. So this is now 1, 4, or 7. So that's definitely red. Got 2 reds in this row. Can I say for sure that one of these is red? Actually, it's almost unlikely. We've got red there and at least... and no, these are 2 of the same. Oh, that's interesting. I thought they were 1 of each, but they're not. No, I'm wrong. They are 1 of each because they're in the same 3. They're 1 of each. So we've used up 2 reds. So, oh, bother, excuse me. Right, sorry about that. It was only a minute's break, but sometimes they help. What are we looking at? See, now it's weird, isn't it? Your perspective just changes a bit. My mind is now drawn to this because I might be wrong. Those 2 have 3 possibilities each, but the others are getting quite limited. Right, 47, I'm going to treat it as 2 over par, par being 5 in each cell. So we have 3 under there, 2 under there is 5 under, 4 over there. So we're 1 under for the, under 5 there, that doesn't add anything. So we're 1 under for those cells. No, this is not the right thing to be looking at yet. 5 is in one of those 2 cells in the row. That's just Sudoku. 3, 9. One of these is 3 or 9. And one of these is 3 or 9. It's the same here, isn't it? 3, 9 are on a diagonal between those 2, I believe, because only 1 can appear in each row. That's quite weird, but I think that's right. So 3, 9 are on a diagonal. Are they there? In which case that's a 1. I don't know what this is. If 3, 9 are there, that's 2 and that's 1. No, I don't know where that leaves me. No idea. Okay, let's think about this line. Those 2 are the same set. If this is yellow, it's a 2. If this is yellow, well, it's getting kind of interesting. If that is yellow, could this possibly be 5? Because wouldn't you have more than, how many even digits? No, we're not. Oh, it's not limited enough, the evens and odds there. Oh, where's... Oh, that's a very interesting thing. Right. 5s in row 7 are limited to those 2 cells. 5s in column 4 are limited to those 2. Now that means that either this is a 5 and neither of these cells are. But if that's not a 5, both of these cells are. And they cannot be because, no, they are the same. They are the same modular set. But they would both be taking away from the even number possibilities on the line. If both of those were 5s, this couldn't be a 5 by Sudoku anymore. But it also couldn't be 7 or 8 from counting the even digits on the line. If both of these are 5s, because that's not a 5, Right, I'm marking this cell green. If that's not a 5, both of these are 5s, and now that has to be 4. And it would be counting the 4, the 6, the 6. This digit would be odd because it would be from the 147 set and not a 4. This digit would be from the 258 set and would be an 8. The 4 would definitely count 4, 8, 6, 6. And this could not be even. And what is that telling me? It would be from the 147. Oh, no, it would be right. Oh, bother. I was hoping to prove that this would be wrong if that wasn't a 5. And I've just proved that it would be right. These would be 5s. That would be a 4. This would definitely be odd because it can't be 4. Okay, sorry. I went on a long old thought trail there and it just led to a possible solution. Oh, bingo. Oh, why am I so hopeless? There's definitely a 4 in one of those two cells in this box. And that's looking at that cell, which also sees a 1. That's a definite 7. This appears to be a definite 1. Why do I know that's not a 4? Where has that information come from? I don't trust it. That could be just bad pencil marking. Why? Is there a reason that this isn't a 4? I think that's bad pencil marking. I'm not risking it. But neither of those are 7s now, because that was genuine. One of these is a 4. If it's there, we've seen a way that this line works. May not be the only way. If it's there, then we're adding at least 3 even digits. I don't know. Oh, this row, all of those are known. This is a 279 set now. This digit is not 9 because it's not blue. 279, this has become a 5. It sees 8 and it sees 4 in one of those. Oh, it's true. Right, that's yellow. Well, actually, I could have just counted this row and found out that was yellow. You only get these things after the event sometimes. Now, that's not 5, which, I don't know, feels interesting and probably isn't. Neither of those are 7, actually. That's an 8-4 pair. Which is newer information. So the number of evens on this line is either 4 or 8. Those are vastly different numbers. And yet, if that was an 8, this would be 2. It would go 8, 4, 6, 2. That would have to be 4. This would have to be 2. Those are correctly alternating. This would be 4. I think that works. I'm annoyed, but I think it does work. So that's not helping. Oh, stop colouring that green. It was doing nothing. Can't I just add this up from somewhere or spot that it sees 3 blues and 3 something else's? No. If it's yellow, it's 5, but otherwise it's red and it's part of a 147 diaspora. I don't know. I don't know there. So 8, 5, 6. 4 is up here. Now, one of these is red, surely. Ah, that's an interesting thought. Is that right? I know that one of these dominoes, in each of these 2 vertical dominoes, one cell is blue. And the same for the horizontal dominoes. This pair is blue and red because we've used the 3 yellows in the row. I don't know. That doesn't... Yeah, hang on. These are blue and... No, I don't know. Could be yellow, could be red. It all depends on this. So much depends on a red wheelbarrow. No, I'm still stuck. Maybe it is this blooming line. 2, 3, 5 is 10, plus 9 is 19. We need another 28 from the other cells. I mean, you can do maxes, and it's just massive. 18, 25, 33, 40. And minima are 3, 4, 9, 10, 13. That's just, it doesn't feel helpful at all. I'm so sorry. This is feeling very slow. Oh, 2 sees that cell. That's obvious. So this is odd, but 7 or 9 are from different sets. There has to be a blue. I know this. I've gone through this again and again. Oh, I'm really close in this puzzle and I cannot get it done. Right, these 2 are a yellow and a blue. These 2 are a red and a blue. So at least one of these is yellow. Down here, I just don't know. Oh, I'm being very daft again. This is the bit where you get to shout at the screen because you can see what to do and it's blindingly obvious. And I can't. What is it that I'm meant to be able to do? Those don't have a 7, so that's a 7. Was that it? It could have been that. That's a 1. Those don't have a 1. That's a 4, 7 pair. Now, does that mean this is a 1 somehow? No. Yes, it does, because we've got, I've said in the column, we've got a 1 in one of those cells. So this is a 1. And that's a 3, and that is going to help. Right. It was just Sudoku on that 7. Ah, that's so grindingly annoying. Right. If that's red, in this column, this is now blue, and is therefore 9. That's right. That is right. This is a 3. There's another, oh no, as soon as I got that 3, I could have filled in 3 there. I thought that was another huge bit of Sudoku that I'd missed. I'm not going to castigate myself for that. Now, we've got 2 reds. These 2 are the same. They can't both be red. They are yellow. And this is going to determine everything now. Everything. We can alternate this line and we get the number in the square. It's an 8. Let's just check. So they're all even. Exactly what I suspected Scojo's been up to. We can just fill them all in now. 2, 4. And surely we can finish the puzzle at this point. Let's finish the colouring because you'd want me to do that anyway. This pair, oh, I don't know, maybe we can't finish the colouring yet. I think we can, well, okay, we will finish the colouring in due course. Let's do Sudoku. We've still got that diagonal. I bet that's not there for no reason. But all the reds seem quite doable at this point. Oh no, there's this. Okay, that's an a deadly pattern. That's another one. And that's a third one. They're just never going to be resolved. So we're going to have to try and get these digits. Oh, that's weird. They're all going to be resolved by the diagonal. 4, 7 out of those cells. So that's a 1, 2 pair. That's a 5. That's just Sudoku. The 1, 2 pair are resolved by this 2. There we go. 1, 2. This becomes a 7. That becomes a 1. That's a 7. I want to get the bottom corner before I do the diagonal. So 2 is yellow. 1 is red. We've got 1, 5, 8, 9 here. That's a 1, 8 pair here by Sudoku. 5, 9 there. Now, 1 is red. 5 and 8 are yellow. 9 is blue. That is not blue or red, it's yellow. This is blue by the count. It's not 8. That one is the 8. This is 3 and 9. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. That's 3 and 9. So now I can approach the diagonal. 9, 18, 23, and these 3 add up to 24. Well, they're all max. 9, 7, 8. Thank you, Scojo, for making that math easy. I use the word math because Scojo is an American. 4 and 3, like the Pope. 6 and 3, 6 and 9, and these 1 and 4, 1 and 7 are done. What a lovely puzzle. That's really clever. I mean, I'm sorry for the bit in the middle, and it was, of course, Sudoku slowing me up. That 7 just replicating. It was so blatant, I couldn't see it. Anyway, we are done. Sorry if there was some disturbance in the background as well. I don't know why that was, to be honest, just outside the window there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and thank you, Scojo, for creating these brilliant puzzles. Happy birthday to you. And we will see you guys all again tomorrow. Thanks for being with us. Bye for now.